Here's the uncomfortable truth. Life is easy. We're allergic to easy things. We'd rather chase hacks, VIP routines, and secret formulas than face the dull facts. Self-help turns that into 300 pages and a trademark. Gurus get rich. You stay stuck. While you hunt for clever, the boring basics win in plain sight. If you're ready, we'll throw out the glitter and install the simple rules that actually move your life. Stay to the end for a 3-rule playbook and a 3-minute to-night routine. The illusion of control. You don't steer the ocean, you steer the board. That's the whole game. When you try to micromanage everything, traffic, other people's opinions, the economy, you burn fuel and lose speed. Picture yourself gripping the wheel in a traffic jam, white-knuckled, yelling at air. Zero impact. But you can leave 10 minutes earlier, choose a different route, or use the stop to call your mom. That's influence. The Stoics boiled it down ages ago. Control your actions and your reactions. Nothing else. A simple daily filter. Before you complain, ask, is this inside my influence? If yes, act. If no, stop feeding it with attention. Take the energy you'd spend on worrying and shovel it into preparation, practice, or recovery. Over 1 week, this alone feels like turning down background noise in your head. Less drag, more glide. But even with control, your lens can lie. Your brain isn't a judge. It's a pattern machine with strong opinions. You don't see reality, you see your version of it, like an Instagram filter you forgot you turned on. That's why 2 people can watch the same game and argue about who got robbed. You can't remove the filters, but you can name them. Try a tiny script. What bias might be talking here? When a headline agrees with you too perfectly, raise an eyebrow. When a pretty slide makes a weak idea look smart, ask for numbers. Keep a disconfirm me habit. Once a day, search for a smart argument against your current belief. Not to lose the belief, but to test it for leaks. This keeps you from optimizing the wrong problem and wasting months on a dead end that only felt right. Name the filter, then decide. Don't let it decide for you. The micropause. The 90% rule of emotions. Most decisions start in your gut and get dressed up in logic after. You think you chose your job because of a spreadsheet. Truth is, the spreadsheet was PR for a feeling. That's not a bug. It's fast pattern reading. The trick is adding 1 beat of space. Here's your move, the micropause. Feel, pause, act. Someone fires a rude email, type the reply, then wait 10 minutes. Reread. You'll delete half and save a friendship. 1 beat between spark and flame. That's where self-control lives. Fix the story you steer by. Memory is a writer, not a camera. Every time you remember, your brain edits the scene. It fills gaps, and sometimes adds props that were never there. That sounds scary, but it's your opening. If the past is a story, you can tell a better one that's still honest. Take a rough memory, say a project that failed. The default script is, I'm a failure. Edit it to, I took a swing above my level, learned where I was weak, and now I train that part. Same facts, new frame. Do this on paper. Write the old story in 2 sentences, then write the useful story in 2 sentences. You aren't lying. You're choosing what matters. The story you carry decides what you try next. Carry a heavy story, aim small. Carry a clean story, aim bigger. But stories need a clear head. Short sleep taxes you in silence. Slower focus, weaker willpower, stingier mood. The bill shows up all day. At night, your brain runs a cleaning crew. Fluid washes through, clears out waste, resets circuits. 1 bad night, and your head feels foggy. A few good ones, and ideas click again. You've felt that difference. Everyone has. So guard sleep like rent money. Simple wins. Same bed and wake times, even on weekends. Room cool and dark. Caffeine cutoff 8 hours before bed. Put the phone to bed outside your room. Your future self will thank you. If you wake at 3 a.m., don't panic. Breathe slow. Count 8-second exhales. Treat your brain like an athlete's body. Recovery is training. Without it, you push harder and get worse. Skip recovery and you don't just feel tired, you make worse calls and then have to live in them. Recovery set. Now make the day run itself with simple loops. Habits run on a loop. Trigger, routine, reward. You don't delete loops, you swap the routine. Stress hits. Trigger, you scroll or snack, routine. You feel soothed for 5 minutes, reward. Keep the trigger, keep the reward. Change the middle, build a swap list. Tense shoulders, 10 push-ups. Bored at the desk, 2 minutes outside in daylight. Reaching for candy at 3 p.m. Drink water, chew gum, walk the stairs. Then reassess. Make the replacement so small your brain can't say no. Track it with a dumb little checkbox. The checkbox matters. It's visible proof that you're the kind of person who follows through, and your identity follows your receipts. With the engine running, point it at the few things that truly move the needle. Most of your results come from a few inputs. Most of your stress comes from a few leaks. Your wardrobe, you wear 20% of it 80% of the time. Your calendar, a few meetings matter. The rest are noise with snacks. Your relationships, a few people lift you, a few sink you. Most are neutral. Do a quick audit. Draw 3 boxes: work, health, people. In each, list the top 3 actions that move the needle. Then list the top 3 that waste time. The next week, double time on the first list and cut the second list in half. That alone changes the feel of your days. You'll notice more empty space, which is exactly where deep work and deep rest happen. Tiny gains stack like interest. If you get 1% better every day, math says you end up about 37 times better after a year. If you get 1% lazier, you shrink to almost nothing. You've seen both versions. The friend who walks 20 minutes a day and, without a big challenge, has a different body after a year. The other friend who skips a few workouts, then a few more, and wakes up winded on stairs. Pick one compound habit per area. Health. Walk 20 minutes daily. Work 1 deep hour before messages. Mind. Read 10 pages. Money. Move $5 to savings. That's it. The goal isn't a hard day. It's a streak. A chain you don't want to break. When life hits, shrink the habit. Don't skip it. 2 push-ups count. 1 page counts. Keeping the promise matters more than the size. The paradox of wanting. Grip too tight and you drop it. Sleep avoids the needy. Creativity hides from the desperate. Dates run from neediness like cats dodge baths. The move is engaged effort without the cling. Show up, swing hard, release the scoreboard. In practice, prepare like a pro, then let the game be the game. For sleep, create a calm shutdown routine and accept that sleep comes when it wants. For love, be curious, have a life, and stop auditioning. For ideas, make time, show up daily, and let yourself make something bad. Trying to force magic kills it. Consistency invites it. The happiness trap. Chase, happy, and it sprints. Build meaning, and it sits down next to you. Happiness works like a shy cat. Ignore it, and it lands in your lap. We all have a set point, but it moves with habits, people, and purpose. You've felt it after helping someone, finishing a hard thing, or laughing with a friend for no reason. That glow? You didn't buy it. You earned it by doing something that mattered. So aim at meaning, not mood. 3 weekly checks. Progress on something that matters. Time with people who care about you. And some form of giving. Time, attention, help. That mix builds a solid floor. Your highs still come and go, but the floor rises, and that's what stability feels like. Here's the pocket version you can use tonight. Control what you can. Ignore what you can't. Stack tiny wins. Use your brain's quirks instead of fighting them. Add a micro pause. Swap one habit. Protect sleep. Aim at meaning, progress, people, contribution, and let happiness follow on its own. 3-rule playbook. Influence over worry. Systems over moods. Compound over drama. Do this tonight. Write tomorrow's #1 task on a sticky note. Set your wake time. Put your phone to sleep outside your room. Watch the next one on simple questions that expose lies.